Hi, welcome to my bedroom for this video. I need to clear the air that paint chipped on my wall, and I thought it was gross to look at, so I DIY'd it and fixed it for myself. But today's video, I'm going to be talking about all the things from 2025 that I really liked. Kind of like, it's only books, shows, albums, and movies, because if I really said all the things, like my 2025 faves, I don't even know if I could recall all the things I liked. But this narrows it down, and this makes it fun, and I'm really excited. I get to just talk about things that I like, and hopefully I won't, get too nervous, and I can just have fun. So so I kind of ranked them, so I'll be doing them like from least to best. But they're all my faves, so I don't hate any of them, but it makes it more fun. So we're gonna start with books, because there's only one book from 2025 that I read in 2025 that I liked, and that was Sunrise on the Reaping. I don't know, put it right here. Or I might put photos and stuff, because I want to try doing that in the videos. But I really liked, I was really excited for this book. I remember when it came out, it was right like when I graduated. So I was excited to read that, and it's the newest Hunger Games book, but it's for the like Hunger Games, but it still is the Hunger Games. It's Haymitch's Hunger Games, and they're making a movie. It's coming out this year, so I'm super excited, and I thought it was really good, and it got me back into the Hunger Games again, so I reread the whole series, and yeah, I'm totally excited for the movie coming out this year, and I recommend Sunrise on the Reaping. Next is shows. I only really watched 3 shows, and the last one on the list I haven't even finished, but it was Building the Band. It's on Netflix, and it was basically a show where it had, I think, AJ McLean from Backstreet Boys and all these people, and they're like listening to people before they see them to see if they want them to be part of their band, and they're making their own band, and they want to be like the next girl group or boy band. And Liam Payne was on the show, and I haven't gotten to his part, but it was the last thing he did before he passed away, so I thought that was really special. So yeah, it makes me sad to talk about that, but I am scared to finish the show because I'm scared to get to Liam's part, and I did like the show, kind of. It's just, there's a lot of like weird drama, but I guess that's in like every reality TV show. So next show was The Voice. Season 28 came out this year, and I never have really watched The Voice or cared too much about it, but Niall's been on The Voice before, and this was his 3rd season, so of course I tuned in and downloaded the app and was participating, and I'm very happy to say that Niall won for the 3rd time in a row. I was very happy about that, and maybe I could post the tweet that I posted in celebration that Team Niall is unstoppable. So that was great, getting to watch Niall dominate once again. And my favorite show that came out in 2025 was Taylor Swift's docu-series on Disney Plus, The End of an Era. I loved that. I wanted an Eras Tour documentary kind of thing for so long, and I was really pleased to get something like that in a show. I feel like that's even better. And then it was really emotional too, because she focused on like the dancers as well, and I was like, I didn't know I was gonna cry, but I loved it. I loved the Eras Tour, and I never got to go, so I just live through Disney Plus. At least I get to go multiple times, more than anybody could imagine now, thanks to Disney Plus. So the next thing I want to talk about are albums. Now, this is where it actually starts to get interesting when I talk about albums and movies. So, I have 5 albums I want to talk about. My 5th favorite album of 2025 is Obsession by the Driver Era. That album came out when I was graduating high school. It was like April, and I was listening to it all the time then. And I get really stressed and depressive during the springtime because of school, because you're trying to graduate. But this was my high school graduation. Like, I'm not gonna be in high school anymore. This was the big deal, and so I was grasping onto straws of happiness because I was so stressed. I became a fan of the MCU. That was a major thing in 2025, and that's never gonna leave. But I also was listening to this album all the time, and it made me really happy because I always thought Ross Lynch was super cute. So, and then I got into his music, and then this album came out. It was super fun. I should have written down what my favorite songs of the albums are, but I was way too lazy to do that. But I think off the top of my head, I really like Don't Take the Night. If I can remember, that one's really good. And Over Again, I really like that song. So those are my favorites. And then my next album is Wishbone by Conan Gray. I really liked this album. I've been a fan of Conan Gray for like since Maniac came out. That's when I started listening to him. But his album, what was it called? This makes me sound like a bad fan. Found Heaven was not one of my favorites. It wasn't bad. It's just it made me. It's like, is he going in a different direction than I know, kind of thing. And so I didn't really. I was worried that I wasn't gonna be a Conan Gray fan anymore. I felt like I was not like liking his music anymore. But when this album came out, I was really happy to say I loved it all, and it felt very Conan Gray. It got rid of all that anxiety, so I can say that Found Heaven is a good album, but I think Wishbone is better. And I think this song Sunset Tower, I love that song. See, I should have like previewed these, but I didn't. Maybe in editing I can like put like what my fave songs or like my favorite. But anyways, my third favorite album of 2025 is Everyone's a Stir by 5 Seconds of Summer. When they were advertising this album, I was a little nervous. I didn't know if I was going to like it, but listening to it, I loved it. I love it so much. Like, I said I was talking about this album, and I said that Five Sauce was dared, since 2018, they were dared to make a bad album, and they never have. Since 2018, they've never been able to make a bad album. And I think it's really good. My favorite song, this is hard too, because I love these albums. It's hard to pick a favorite. Not Okay, which is basic. I swear, if I looked at it, I would be able to tell you. Oh wait, there's this one. Evolve. I love Evolve. That's my favorite. Evolve is my favorite, I think. Yeah. Then number 2, we have The Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift. Ta-da! I have it on vinyl. Yay! Woo! I love Taylor Swift. I have all of her albums on vinyl except Debut and Reputation. So that's a future investment I'd love to make. But here it is. I remember when she announced this album, she changed my life forever for the better, like she always does. Boom. What an exciting time when Taylor Swift announces an album. Gives my life purpose when she announces an album. I'm not even joking. I can look at the songs right in front of my face. I love all the songs on this album. I love Elizabeth Taylor and Father Figure and Actually Romantic the most, I think. Definitely. Those are my favorites from the album. And then number 1 isn't Taylor Swift, which if you know me personally is actually kind of shocking because she's always been my number 1. But if I really thought about it, what was my favorite album to listen to in 2025? It was Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. I loved that album. All I did when that album came out was I'd be at work and I'd be thinking, well, when I get home, I can listen to that album. And oh my gosh, I love every song. But my favorites have to be House Tour. I love Tears and Go-Go Juice. Oh my gosh, and there's a really slow one, but I forget what it is. I think it's We Almost Broke Up Again last night. Is super soothing to me. I love it. I love that album. And I was so sad she didn't win Album of the Year for 2 reasons. Because she would have gone up and gotten her award received by Harry Styles. Like, he would have given it to her. And that would have been, like, really big for me. But then also because that was the album of my year. Now we're gonna move on to movies. I thought this would be the most exciting category, so I saved it for last. I really like movies and obsessed with Letterboxd. I literally don't, if I finish a movie, it's going on my Letterboxd. Like, I don't finish a movie and not put it on there. I'm so, like, if you want to get to know me, you should go on my Letterboxd. My dream is to, like, go to the movie theater more often. And so, of course, my favorite movies are on this list are definitely going to be the ones that I saw in the theater. But at I have 6 movies. So at number 6, I have Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, the final show. Like I said, I always wanted to go to the Eras Tour, and I never got to. So I get to live through that. But this one has the Tortured Poets Department set, which I've been dying to see. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And I loved it. At number 5, I have Captain America Brave New World. Now, I have to admit, when this movie was coming out, I saw it everywhere, and I wasn't yet as big into Marvel as I was then, so I didn't care, so I did not see it in theaters. But then I saw it on Disney+, and, well, I am in love with Joaquin Torres, so I really do like this movie. I'm not a big fan of Red Hulk. It's just not a fave of mine. Doesn't mean I hate, oh my gosh, I forgot his name, Harrison Ford. I don't hate Harrison Ford, I just don't like Red Hulk. But I do really like Sam Wilson as Captain America, so those are my real Marvel thoughts. And I want to see more Sam Wilson and Joaquin Torres adventures. At number 4, Thunderbolts. I was a Marvel fan when Thunderbolts came out, and I desperately wanted to see it in theaters with my sister, but we couldn't, and it made us sad. And that added to the springtime depression that I usually go through. But when it came out on Disney Plus, we watched it, and I was scared that I wasn't gonna like it because I obviously saw stuff about it on Twitter and stuff, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but I thought it was so cute and loving, and I'm not a big fan of them trying to replace the Avengers, but I think it's really cute that they all found a little team to be on, and I think Bucky and Yelena fit on a team really well. At number 3, this is gonna sound really dumb, but my 3rd favorite movie of 2025 was the official, by the way, if you see me looking down, I have this whole paper of things, by the way, so I don't forget. But my 3rd favorite movie was the official release party of A Showgirl. It was like a limited edition movie that played only in AMC theaters, like for only like 2 or 3 days when I think 2 days when the Life of a Showgirl album came out, and I had to snatch tickets to see that. Me and my mom went to go see it, and it was so fun. It basically, she showed you the Fate of Ophelia music video for the first time before it got released on YouTube. Then she would walk you through the making of the video, explaining songs and playing songs, and it was really fun and I loved it. When I first listened to the album, I liked it, but I didn't know how much I was into it, but having that experience in the theaters really changed things for me, and I left absolutely obsessed with the album. And I always think, like, I wish I could go back. I wish I could just watch that all over again. My second favorite movie of 2025 was American Sweatshop. It starred Lily Reinhart, and she's my favorite actress, like I talked about in the last video. And that also came out in like select theaters, but I couldn't find what theaters, and I think it came out when I didn't have a job, so I was jobless, couldn't go see it because you need money. But then it came out on Hulu, and I was nervous to watch this movie because like I don't do good with like gory, scary kind of movies, but it's more like psychological kind of movie. I should be talking about what these movies are about. Well, at least this one, because nobody's gonna know. It's about like basically Lily plays a character, and she's the main character, and she works at this place where like their job is they go online and they watch like videos that are like kind of disturbing, and they like they take them off the internet and see like how bad they are, but it really gets to them. And her character finds this one video that really tips her over the edge, and she ends up really exploring it, and I think the movie was really good, and I absolutely loved how it ended, and I really recommend it. It's on Hulu. Go watch American Sweatshop. It's a good movie. Okay, now at the end of the video, it's my final thing. My number one movie of 2025 was this movie. I have it on DVD, I got it for Christmas. Was The Fantastic Four First Steps. I'll probably put up photos right there, because I also went to go see it in theaters, and it was like the best thing ever. My dad took me, my sister, and my brother to go see it in theaters. I kind of said it was for my birthday. I mean, it came out like in July or maybe even June, but I was like saying that it was like for my birthday because that's all I really wanted to do was see this movie, because I was getting into Marvel, and I absolutely had no idea what the heck the Fantastic Four was until this year. I did my research, and I loved it. It was so fun and cute, and I love the whole family, and I want to be part of the Fantastic Four, and I'm in love with Johnny Storm. It was super fun, and after we saw the movie, we got the like Fantastic Four Little Caesars pizza. Maybe I have a photo and I can put it in. That was really fun. A big debate that we had while eating it was what area was for who. I think the jalapenos was Johnny, and the sausage was Ben, and the cheese was Reed because he's stretchy, and then apparently the pepperoni was Sue, but I have no idea why. I love that movie, and I could watch it over and over and over again. That's all. Those were all my favorites of 2025. I really enjoy like these concepts of videos because, you know, like I'm a big major fangirl, so then I get to do a little wrap up of all the stuff that came out that I loved. I feel like if I do another one of these for 2026, that one's going to be insane. I just have a feeling. And I feel like trying to rank the stuff that's coming out this year is going to be impossible. Yay! Thank you for watching me talk for a very long time about things you probably don't like, but I like them and I love them. And I think you should check out each and every one of them. Yeah, with me. If you know me, then you should check out all these things with me because I would love it. Okay, bye.